Hello everyone. So in this video, I will be sharing one TCS Prime interview experience. So recently, one of our subscribers shared us the interview experience of TCS Prime, and I can guarantee this. This interview experience is very interesting because you will get to learn that how a discussion can be converted into an interview. So majorly when we talk about interviews for TCS Prime or any other role, and specifically for TCS Prime, these interviews can be a discussion based interview. Now what is discussion? So suppose the interviewer will start to discuss a topic with you, then he will cross question on the topics. He will try to dig deeper whatever you are speaking. So whatever you are speaking, that is very important. Okay, because whatever you are speaking, the next question will be on that topic only. So this interview will give you a brief idea like what kind of a TCS Prime interview can be done. Okay, and how can you prepare for that? So first of all, let me start. So in this particular interview experience, this was an experience for last year. Okay, last year, and this was the interview experience for TCS Kolkata, TCS Kolkata Prime role. Okay, Prime role. Let me share the interview experience. So first, the interviewer asked about introduction. Now, introduction is the first question. So we all know introduction. Anyone, any interview will ask you the introduction first, right? So whenever you will go to the interview, the first question will be introduction. So this was the first question, which was introduction. Okay. Then after this, they asked which city and what is the specialty about your city. So which city you belong and what is the specialty about your city? Because this candidate actually came to the Kolkata office from by a nearby town in West Bengal. Okay. So the interviewer asked, you belong to which city and what is the special about your city? Okay. So this was the next question. Then after this, there are some interesting questions started. Okay. So after this, they started asking, what is your hobby? Now the student answered, my hobby is watching cricket and also I play cricket. Okay, so after this they asked, so this is called a discussion question, right? So in the candidate asked like, I like to watch cricket, also I play cricket. So the next question which the interviewer asked is, which things can be learned from cricket? Which things can be learned from cricket? Okay, so this was the question. Like, what can you learn from cricket, or what are the things which can improve your personality if we take an example of cricket game? So some answers can be leadership skills, right? Leadership skills. A captain, a captain can understand about the leadership principle. How can you manage the team? Also, the competitiveness in the game will teach you a lot. So these kind of answers you can give. Then after this, they asked about uh, any certification you have done. Okay, any certification you have done. Now the whole interview is started from the for the technical side from this question. Because the candidate had done a certification in machine learning. So why I am speaking little bit slowly, because I have noted all the question in my notebook and I am reading the question from a notebook and then I am telling you. Okay, that's why I am speaking little bit slowly, but please manage. Okay, so the next question they asked is any certification, and the candidate told he have the machine learning certification and he told about it. Okay, now understand about it. The very next question they asked is, why machine learning? Why machine learning? Like, you have a lot of option. Like, you can learn full stack development, you can learn about DevOps, you can learn about Gen AI. Gen AI is also a kind of part, but you can learn about other things. Then why you choose machine learning for learning? So this kind of question interviewer asked. But if you are wondering like how can you prepare for your interview, so I can also tell you one thing. You will be getting the interview notes link in the description. In this, you will be getting many common things for your interview preparation. Like, there is a book called ebook Ultimate Interview Preparation. You can use this ebook for a quick preparation. Okay. Then there is Oops. So in the OOPS, there are so many notes available in the specific languages like C++, Java, Python. Okay, and then programming notes are there. Then STL collection frameworks notes are there. HR questions notes are there. This is very important. Like HR questions are very important for TCS. Then DSA theory, project-based questions, CS fundamentals, SQL queries, computer science, coding sheet, pseudocode. There are so many things which you can use for your preparation. Okay, so you can purchase this notes. The notes link will be in the description only. So you can purchase for your preparation. Also, I just want to clarify one thing. If you have any particular tech stack, the particular tech stack will be not covered in the notes, because only thing is there are a lot of tech stack. The generic notes are there for the preparation. Okay. So now coming to the next question. So they asked like why machine learning? Why you only choose machine learning? So you should have a good answer, like what was the aim with the learning that. Okay. After that they asked what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Okay, machine learning and deep learning. This was the next question which they asked. Okay. After they asked you did project in NLP. What is NLP? So they asked you did project in NLP. Okay. NLP is basically natural language processing. What is NLP? What is NLP? After this, they asked, explain about your project. Explain about your project. This was the next question. So if you can see here, all the questions are correlated because they asked which certification have you done. So candidate told that he have the certification in machine learning. So now you can see all the conversation and discussion is going around that only. Okay. Then they asked about the project, as I told. Okay. Then after the project question, they asked, how did you evaluate your project accuracy? So accuracy which you are achieving in your project, how did you evaluate that? Okay. So these questions, these all questions are related to machine learning only. Okay. Then they ask, because he have mentioned that he used TF-IDF in his project, TF-IDF. So they asked, what is TF-IDF? What is TF-IDF? This was the next question. So TF-IDF is basically when we assign the scores for the chorus of the words according to their weightage. So that we call TF-IDF. So that they so this question they asked. Okay. Then challenges in project. Challenges in project. This was the next question which they asked. So if you can see, all the questions are going around the discussion only. Then he chose a random forest algorithm. They ask, why did you choose random forest in project? Random forest in project. So random forest algorithm he used. That's why they asked why you used random forest algorithm. Then they ask, what is the difference between random forest and decision tree? Random forest and decision tree. What is the difference between random forest and decision tree? Then they ask, what is sampling? What is sampling? So this was the next question they asked. Then the next question was SQL versus no SQL difference. Difference between SQL and no SQL. So this was the next question which they asked. Difference between SQL and no SQL. Then after this, there are a lot of conversations with the candidate. In the one conversation, they asked AI effects on future. AI effects on future. This was the next question which they asked. Anything which is not using ML can use it. So next question they asked, currently, if you can see anything which is any machine which is currently not using machine learning algorithms much, but in future the machines can be improved using machine learning algorithm. Okay, so this was the question which they asked. Then they asked, what is your strength? What is your strength? Okay. Then this after this they asked, any example of teamwork of your life? Any example of teamwork which you have done your or your life? Okay. Then the next question they asked, how will you handle conflicts in the team? How will you handle conflicts in the team? This was the next question. After this, there are 2 to 3 normal questions related to relocation. Okay. Then some question about TCS joining. uh, why do you want to join? These kind of some questions they asked. Then last में thanks, and that's it about the interview. So if you can see, the majority part of the interview revolves around the project in this one. Like they did not ask anything technical apart from project. Okay, so firstly they ask some general questions. After the general question, there are some questions related to project only. After project, there are some conversations and discussion like AI effects on future, anything where machine learning is not used. So these conversations are so long. Okay, around 20 minutes is spent on these conversations only. What is your strength? Any example of teamwork? Any kind of conflict which you have handled in the team? So these kind of questions they asked. So this was the one experience for TCS Prime. I hope you guys liked it. Also, you can purchase the interview notes if you want to go for preparation. Okay, so for ultimate crash interview notes for your generic technical preparation, you can use this book, which so that you can prepare your interview in 3 to 4 days for your generic preparation. Okay. Then after we have a lot of things, then project based questions you can prepare, like how can you answer the project based question? You can modify the answers according to your project. Then SQL queries you can prepare, and there are a lot of things which you can use. Okay, so link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching.